In this lesson, we'll learn what a fake NFT is and how they differ from genuine NFTs. We'll talk about how people can mistakenly buy fake NFTs, how fake NFTs can get listed on NFT marketplaces like Opensea, and why you can't trust NFT searches on NFT marketplaces like Opensea. We'll learn how Reddit treats fake RCAs. We'll talk about fake RCA trust trade scams and an easy way to check if an RCA is fake or not. We'll learn what to do if you buy a fake NFT from Opensea and how you can avoid being the victim of this type of scam. In the free NFT course for beginners, we talked about how there can be multiple copies of the same artwork sold as unique NFTs, and how we could think of these as being numbered and signed by the artist. While scammers can digitally create an exact copy of the artwork, if the artist takes the proper precautions, the digital signature of their NFT is far more secure than a handwritten signature. So, instead of trying to forge the artist's digital signature, scammers use the same artwork with their own digital signature and create listings to sell them on decentralized NFT marketplaces like Opensea. If you search for an NFT made by a particular artist on Opensea, the search results may list the fake NFTs listed by the scammer. Since these NFTs are properly minted by the scammer, buying and selling them is considered a valid blockchain transaction. The original creator of the NFT owns the copyright of the artwork and transfers rights to people who buy their NFTs. These rights are verified by the artist's digital signature. Because the fake NFTs haven't been digitally signed by the original artist, people who buy the fake NFTs don't have any rights to the art. If you buy a fake RCA, it will never be recognised by Reddit, so you won't be able to use it as your Reddit profile picture. Fake RCAs and fake NFTs are worthless. If you accidentally bought a fake NFT, there's not a lot you can do, apart from try to learn from the experience and report it as a fake on the platform you bought it. It's a good idea to post a link to the genuine collection too when you're reporting it. If it's an RCA, you could post about it in an RCA-related subreddit to warn other people and ask them to report it on the platform so it gets delisted sooner. We'll cover how to safely buy NFTs in a later course. Another variation of this is where a scammer sends you a fake NFT as part of a trust trade. They may tell you to look at your Opensea profile to confirm it's there. When you see the NFT on your Opensea profile, you do your side of the transaction, but it turns out the NFT they sent you was a fake. The easiest way to confirm if an RCA isn't a counterfeit is if it shows on your Reddit profile. But this isn't 100% reliable. Sometimes there is a backlog on the blockchain and it takes longer for an RCA to arrive, or there is a glitch with Reddit and the RCA needs to be sent to another wallet and back to your Reddit vault before it can be seen. Another way to check if an RCA is real is by looking it up on RCAs.io. This site has a good reputation for directing people to genuine RCAs. Following the link from RCAx.io brings you to the collection on Opensea that is probably the genuine collection for that RCA. If you wanted to check if an NFT is part of the same collection, you can do that. If there are multiple designs in the NFT collection, you can filter them using the lower search bar on Opensea and searching for the name of the NFT design you are interested in. But you don't really need to do this, since NFTs in the same collection share the same token contract address. You can click on any NFT from the collection to view it on Opensea. The URL of NFTs are set in a standard format on Opensea. RCAs are on the Polygon network. They have a URL in the format opensea.io/item/matic/token contract address/token ID. So you can double click on the token contract address portion of the URL. That's the bit between the second last and last / and copy it to the clipboard. You can then paste this into a spreadsheet or document as a reference. If you want to compare other NFTs listed on Opensea to this reference sourced from RCAx, you can copy and paste their token contract addresses into the same spreadsheet for comparison. In this example, NFT A doesn't have the same token contract address as the NFT collection sourced from RCAx and is more than likely a fake NFT. We can go through the same process for NFT B by copying and pasting the token contract address into the same spreadsheet for comparison. NFT B has the same token contract address as the NFT collection sourced from RCAx and is more than likely a genuine Reddit collectible avatar. Although RCAx has been reliable in the past, there is a chance it may get compromised and send people to fake NFTs. There is an extra step you can take on Opensea. Click on the NFT collection name to go to the collection page. Click the three dots, select View on Polygon Scan. From here, we can see the contract creator has been given a public name tag of Reddit Deployer. This name tag has been set up by Reddit when registering with Polygon Scan, but scammers could set up deceptive name tags by registering with Polygon Scan. So, we can go a step further by copying the address of the contract creator and comparing it to the address of the actual Reddit deployer. I've included this in the resources section of the course. If the address of the contract creator of the NFT collection is that of the Reddit deployer, you can be pretty confident that it is a genuine Reddit collectible avatar. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe and hit that bell to learn more about RCAs, NFTs and crypto.